The secret psychology of validation? 10 people just praised your work. One person left a sarcastic comment. And somehow, that single voice hijacked your entire night. You replay it, analyze it, try to understand it. Why? Why does the silence of one critic feel louder than the applause of 10 supporters? Why do we ignore the love we've already earned, just to chase approval from someone who clearly doesn't like us? Today, we're diving into the validation trap. And no, this isn't insecurity. It isn't weakness. It's a biological survival system running ancient software in a modern world. To understand why you crave the yes of a no person, we need to go back roughly 50,000 years. In the ancient world, being liked wasn't about confidence, it was about survival. If your tribe accepted you, you ate. If they rejected you, you were isolated, and isolation in the wild wasn't uncomfortable. It was fatal. But here's the detail most people miss. Your brain didn't need to obsess over people who already liked you. They were safe. Your attention system evolved to monitor threats, the outliers, the skeptics, the unimpressed face in the crowd. Winning over a critic wasn't an ego boost. It was a security upgrade. Your brain learned to treat social disapproval like danger hiding in the bushes. You can't stop watching the threat until you believe the threat is gone. Modern neuroscience supports this. When you experience social rejection, the same neural systems associated with physical pain become active. Your brain doesn't calmly say, "Oh, someone disagrees with me." It reacts more like, "Something is wrong. Fix this. Now." That is the validation trap. You don't actually want their opinion. You want relief. You believe that if you can just make the critic approve of you, the discomfort will disappear. But the trap goes even deeper, because your brain isn't only chasing safety, it's chasing rare rewards. Psychologists call this intermittent reinforcement. It's the mechanism behind gambling addiction. If a slot machine paid every single time, it would become boring. But because the reward is unpredictable, you keep pulling the lever. People who dislike you can become psychological slot machines. Their approval is rare, difficult, uncertain. And because it's scarce, your brain labels it as valuable. You start telling yourself, if I can convince this person, someone impossible to impress, then I must truly be worthy. Without realizing it, you've started gambling with your self-esteem, waiting for an emotional jackpot that may never arrive. And there's another layer most people never notice. Sometimes, we seek validation from difficult people because their rejection feels familiar. If approval in your early life was inconsistent, conditional, hard to earn, your nervous system may unconsciously confuse struggle with value. Easy acceptance feels suspicious. Hard approval feels meaningful. So you chase emotionally unavailable audiences, bosses, partners, critics, not because they are right, but because your subconscious recognizes the pattern. The mind often recreates what it understands, even when it hurts. So, how do you break the cycle? 3 shifts. First, acknowledge the ghost. Your urge to impress someone who dislikes you isn't always wisdom. Sometimes it's just ancient survival software firing at the wrong target. A biological false alarm, a software bug, not truth. Second, understand the law of totality. You cannot be universally admired. Impossible. To be meaningful to some people, you will naturally irritate others. To be someone's hero, you may become someone else's villain. That isn't failure, that's visibility. Third, audit your audience. Ask yourself one uncomfortable question. Do I even respect the person I'm desperately trying to impress? Seriously, would you want their mindset, their character, their relationships, their life? Because often, we sacrifice enormous amounts of emotional energy chasing approval from people whose lives we wouldn't even trade for. Your attention is limited. Your energy is finite. Every minute spent trying to convert a no into a maybe is a minute stolen from people who already offered you a genuine yes. The highest form of social mastery isn't being liked by everyone. It's becoming comfortable being disliked by the right people. Stop pulling the lever. The house always wins. If this deep dive helped you understand your own mind a little better, comment trap below. And if you want more psychology, human behavior, and the hidden mechanics controlling your decisions, we're just getting started.